Africa, the cradle of humanity. Imagine standing in a land where it all began. A place where the first heartbeat of humanity echoed under the African sun. Before cities, before kings, before even fire, there was Africa. This is not just a story about one continent. This is our story, the story of where you, I, and everyone on Earth truly came from. Today, we journey back millions of years to discover how Africa gave birth to humanity itself. Scientists call Africa the cradle of humanity. And for good reason. Every clue we've uncovered about the dawn of humankind, every bone, every fossil, every footprint seems to point back here. From the rolling hills of Ethiopia to the deep valleys of Tanzania, the earth itself has guarded the story of our beginnings, written not in ink, but in stone and bone. And it all starts with a woman who walked the earth 3.2 million years ago. Her name? Lucy. In 1974, a team of paleoanthropologists led by Donald Johanson was exploring the Afar Triangle in Ethiopia when they stumbled upon something extraordinary: tiny fragments of bone jutting out of the earth. Piece by piece, they assembled nearly half of a skeleton. She was small, just over a meter tall, and walked upright. They named her Lucy, inspired by the Beatles' song "Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds" that played in their camp that night. Lucy belonged to a species called Australopithecus afarensis, a creature that was neither fully ape nor fully human. She couldn't speak as we do, but she could walk on 2 feet, freeing her hands to do something revolutionary: explore, carry, and create. And that single step, that ability to stand tall, would set the course for all of human history. Now, let's travel south to the Olduvai Gorge in Tanzania. It may look like an ordinary canyon, but it's actually one of the most important archaeological sites in the world, a time capsule holding nearly 2 million years of human evolution. Here, Lewis and Mary Leakey uncovered ancient tools, fossils, and the remains of our early ancestors. The oldest stone tools, sharp flakes used to cut meat and crack bones, were found right here. Imagine that. The first act of technology wasn't a smartphone or a wheel, it was a sharp rock in the hands of an African ancestor. That simple innovation marked the dawn of the human mind. One of the most famous discoveries from Olduvai was a species called Homo habilis, meaning the handy man. Homo habilis lived about 2.4 million years ago and is believed to be one of the first members of our own genus Homo. He was smarter than his predecessors, with a larger brain and, crucially, the ability to create. He made tools, hunted in groups, and perhaps even began to communicate in simple ways. Each chipped stone was a symbol of progress, the spark of intelligence that would one day give birth to art, language, and civilization. We were no longer just surviving. We were thinking. Over time, our ancestors evolved Homo erectus, Homo sapiens, and spread out of Africa to every corner of the earth. But wherever they went, they carried Africa with them in their DNA, in their bones, in their stories. Every human alive today can trace their ancestry back to this continent, to that same ancient soil beneath Lucy's feet, to the same hands that crafted the first tools in Olduvai Gorge. Africa is not just where life began. It is where we began. When we talk about Africa, we often think of its struggles or its beauty. But perhaps the greatest story it tells is this: that every human being, no matter their color, language, or faith, is part of one great African family. So next time you look in the mirror, remember the first person who ever looked back did so under the African sun. If you enjoyed this journey through time, hit that like button, subscribe for more stories of Africa's incredible past, and tell us in the comments what part of human history would you like to explore next. Because history isn't just about where we've been. It's about understanding who we are.